First up then is this one. It's the recently remixed, remastered, re-released version of Rapture of the Deep. Now, I've already got two versions of this on vinyl, the American version and the UK version, which they both came out sometime after the record was officially released. I think they're different coloured vinyl. I think one's purple, one might be a sort of mottled white. I can't remember off the top of my head. Again, I'll keep saying I should check these things before I start. But anyway, I've got two totally different versions already. They've got slightly different covers. They're different coloured vinyls. One's American, one's UK. So why do I need this one? I'll add on to the fact that when it came out, I bought it on the day it came out in that little metal tin thing, which you won't be able to see behind me. So I've already got three versions of it. Did I really need this? Well, no, need is not necessarily the right word, is it? You're a collector. And this is at least different. So let's look at the packaging first of all. The cover is totally different. A lot nicer, a lot more colourful. It's got nice stuff inside with a bit of blurb there and some photos as well. Also, it's on 3 LPs this time rather than 2 because they've added an extra disc in with some jams and outtakes and different versions on as well. So that makes it good. But the thing that is the big selling point for this, sturdy, quite heavy as well. The thing that's the big selling point for it, I think for most people, is the fact that it's been remixed. Because I think a lot of people didn't like what it sounded like before. They thought it sounded too sort of like grungy or dirty or whatever. I thought it was okay. I didn't mind it too much. It was a bit different. I've got to admit, it's not one of the Purple albums that I listen to a lot. I'm still one of those people who tends to listen to the older stuff more often than the newer stuff, but I still do like the new stuff and I do like to listen to it. So it was interesting to see what it was going to be like. Now, the thing that was interesting for me when I got this is I'm all anticipatory waiting for it to start, and I put it on and it sounded diabolical. And I thought, what has everybody been going right? This sounds awful. Now, it may just be my copy. Everybody else's may have been fine. But it sounded dreadful. I put it through the old Project record cleaning machine, the old vacuum cleaner thing, about 3 or 4 times in there before it started to sound good. So there must be some copies that are pretty dirty or whatever. So if you bought one and you're not finding it quite as good as you thought you would, it may just need a jolly good clean, because that's what this needed. My one, obviously it came in the cellophane and everything, so it was all whatever, but a lot of the time these new vinyls, especially the coloured ones, they do need a real thorough cleaning when you get them. And I've just done something there which I said I would never do. I just referred to these as vinyls. That drives me up the wall. They're records. They're not vinyls, they're records. So, note to myself, don't do that again. Oh dear, you're getting a bad habit starting on these things. But anyway, what's it like? It is good, it's different, the tracks are in a different order, there's a different one added on. I would say if you haven't got this album yet and you're thinking of getting it, this is probably the version to buy, because it does sound better than the other stuff. Maybe if you're one of those people who's just getting into collecting Deep Purple and you want to hear how it was supposed to sound in the first place, the option may be, if funds don't allow for splurging out on these things, because these cost a fortune. When I got this, only I think about a week after it came out, and it had already been reduced, so I've given up on all that buying stuff on the day it comes out type thing now, because a week later it's 10-20% less sometimes. That was certainly the case with this for me. Maybe get the CDs, or if you want to buy one vinyl version, maybe buy this vinyl version and buy the old mix on CD. That might be a more affordable way to do it, but this is definitely worth buying. I'm glad I got this. It's nice. It's a lovely package. It's even got nice inners as well, as you can see, with the lyrics on and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, really good stuff this. Rapture of the Deep, the new mix, is a lot better than the old one. It's well worth getting on of, but if you do buy it and you're disappointed by it, clean it before you make a final decision, because mine was filthy. Now, if I could justify buying that one, it's harder to justify buying these next two, but I can. This next one is this. It's Deep Purple's latest album. It's called Equals One. It comes in a gatefold sleeve and all that sort of stuff, and it's very nice there and all that stuff. And people are going to be saying, sure, you've got this already, you already mentioned this before. I have. I bought the box set, of course I did when it came out, with all the extra bits in, the extra live discs and all that sort of stuff, and the CD and the album all in the box and everything. That's an ordinary black vinyl version. What also came out was this one, which is the purple vinyl version. So, it's the band that I collect the most, isn't it? So, when you see a purple vinyl one around for the right money, you think, well, you know what, I'll pick one of them up. Now, when I tell you where I bought this from, you'll go, you never got it for the right money though, did you? I bought this from HMV in their sale they've just had recently. The same day that I got those Thunder albums that I showed in the last video, which were normally going for about 35, 40 quid, that were down to 16 quid. This, 12 quid. Double album, purple vinyl, 12 quid. I'm a deep purple collector. I've already got the album. Do I need it? Not really. But for 12 quid, of course I'm going to get it. And also, it means that the other album that belongs in the box can now go back in the box for safekeeping, and I don't have to keep getting it out every time I want to play this. I can just get this out and play it. The other good thing that it's done for me as well is it's given me a chance to have a re-look at this album a little while after it's come out. And I was pleasantly surprised. I found it far more enjoyable than I had done last time I listened to it. So it's obviously one of those ones that's probably going to get better with time. I've spun it a few times since I picked this up a few weeks ago, and it's a very good, it's a very, very good album. It's different, of course, to the stuff with Steve Morse on, in the same way that the Steve Morse stuff was different to the stuff with Ritchie Blackmore on. This is Simon McBride's first album. They're supposedly recording another one at the moment, which will come out next year. Be interesting to see where that goes. This is good. If you've sort of disregarded it and thought, I'm not another lineup change, I'm not going with them this time. If it's still around at 12 quid at HMV, which it might well be, pick it up. Good album, well worth a listen to. I enjoyed it much more this second time round than I did when it came out. Was it last year or the year before? I'm losing track of time. Now this next one, you can say to me even more, you don't need this one. You didn't really need to buy this. Why did you buy this? You've already got this hundreds of times already. Well, I haven't got it hundreds of times already. I've got the original one that I got. I've got the French pressing of it that I've got. And also, there's a remix and a remaster and loads of extra stuff that came out on a CD box set last year. So I think you're probably guessing what it is now. And it is one of my all-time favourite albums, so that justifies it in its way as well. And it is slightly different. And it's this. It's David Coverdale's first solo album called Whitesnake. At least that's what it was. Now, it's a Whitesnake album called 1976, which I don't get. I don't think you can go back in history and start renaming things. It's, but that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. At least we've kept the same cover, and we've kept the sort of, well, not kept, but we've used the proper Whitesnake. This one, which I think is great. So we've done that and whatever, and it's the same sort of colour scheme. The back of the album is slightly different. The inner is slightly different as well, in the fact that it isn't an inner sleeve anymore. It's now just a sheet. This has got the lyrics on, but it's also got an interview on the back as well, which is good. Now, you're going to say to me, yeah, but surely you got this because it's in that box set, wasn't it? It was on a CD. It was, but this, of course, isn't a CD. This is vinyl. This is a record. So, it's one of those things that I didn't need, but I sort of wanted it because it's being a bit of a completist, being a bit of a collector, and all that sort of stuff as well. And, as well, it is significantly different to the original one because it's been sort of remixed and little bits added in, little bits taken out and all that sort of stuff. And if you listen to them next to each other, back to back, the original 1976 version and then this one, you can tell the differences quite a lot. And I'm not saying that this one is better than that because obviously I've lived with the other one for 45 years or whatever. This one is still relatively new. But it's almost sort of like having an old friend being given a bit of a makeover. There's a couple of bits where they've changed that I'm not 100% sure about. There's one particular track where you know the track so well you're expecting something to come along and it doesn't. It goes, I think it's which track it is. It might be Sunny Days, I think, off the top of my head. There's one of them, and it's almost got like an extra extra bit in, which isn't a new bit, it's just like another bit that's been played in again twice. So if you've disregarded this because you think, well, I've got that, I've had that album for years, I don't need to hear it. Yeah, it's worth listening to. Whether it's on all them Spotify things or not, I don't know. I don't get involved in that sort of stuff. But again, this, I didn't buy the vinyl when it came out, because I bought the box set with all the CDs in because I wanted all the other stuff. I didn't buy the vinyl because they wanted ridiculous amounts of money for this. But again, I found it in a sale. They haven't got the North Winds one, otherwise I'd have bought that. They got this one in a sale, I think it was about 15 quid or something, which, to me, is worth it. I mean, would I rather have this or 3 pints of beer? I'd rather have this. The label, again, is different to all the others. It's not the old purple label. And, of course, I've got the French one on the Vogue label, which is nice as well, because it's the same label that François Ardri was on. And it's in this sort of funny coloured vinyl, and it's a sort of a transparent tan colour that sort of goes with the cover. So it's quite good. But yeah, it's something I wasn't thinking of buying, but when I saw it cheap, I thought, well, you know what, it'll look nice in the collection. It'll be a good thing to do to compare the two. And it does. It sounds okay. It's great. I'm still going to get the North Winds one when I see that around anywhere. But yeah, that's it. An album I probably didn't need, but I've got it again anyway. This next one is slightly more justifiable. In fact, this one is totally, completely and utterly justifiable, really, regardless of what I might have said earlier on. Because when these albums came out, they were only available on CD. You couldn't get them on vinyl. And now they're one by one being given releases on vinyl with, I think, a little bit of rejigging, a little bit of remastering probably going on as well. What is it? It's this. It's a Blackmore's Night album. Blackmore's Night Fires at Midnight. The Shadow of the Moon one came out a couple of years ago, didn't it? Well, maybe last year, in sort of a nice marble effect vinyl with a slightly different mix to it and stuff. I don't know why they haven't done Under a Violet Moon. They haven't done that one. They've gone straight to Fires at Midnight. It's been made into a double album. It's a nice package. Look, it's got a nice little gatefold on the inside. And then when you get into the actual inside of the bit, you have got the lyrics, and you've got some nice pictures of them on stage and also at home as well. And the vinyl, this, I know a lot of people don't like coloured vinyl, they think it's a gimmick and all that sort of stuff, but this looks really nice, this. If I can get it out. I don't think it's going to show up in this light very well, but that is like, it's almost like blood red. Oh, look there. It's like blood red with like black flecks in it. It really looks nice, especially when it's going around on the old turntable. So I was pleased to get out of this because obviously when these came out, it was all CD. There weren't any vinyl versions of them, so it is slightly more justifiable to buy this. It's not like you're buying it again in the same format. So we've now got a CD and an LP version of it as well. I hope they do Under a Violet Moon. I hope they do all of them. Certainly be worth buying if they do. I would recommend it to everybody. Obviously it's got some bonus stuff on it as well. The original album is on sides A, B and C, and then and also at the beginning of side D as well. Then you've got a couple of bonus tracks as well. You've got a new 2024 new vocal version of Fires at Midnight and Written in the Stars, and you've also got the version of Sake of the Song, which was from the original mix in the first place. So if you're a Blackmore's Night fan, they're worth getting. I know a lot of people, again, Purple fans, don't really like the Blackmore's Night stuff. If you're a fan of Ritchie Blackmore, then these are just as important as anything, because he's playing on them. He's absolutely superb. I don't care what anybody says. I like them. I think Candice Night is good. I went to see them a couple of times. I didn't wear all the Henry VIII to get up, although some people did say to me at the time I probably could have carried that off so well I'd have probably won an award, but I didn't, and there you go. So Fires at Midnight, Blackmore's Night, is the fourth and final Deep Purple rated purchase that I've bought so far this year, which has got to be a bit of a surprise, because you'd think I'd have bought tons more than that, but I just haven't been anywhere where I've seen anything, and there hasn't been anything that I've needed or wanted or anything. So if it comes along, it comes along. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, this is a new ending to this video, because I was going to go on and talk about the new mix of Made in Japan next, but I've done that already, and it's turned out to be far too long to go on the end of this bit of the video, so I'm going to make it into 2 videos. So I'm now going to record a new ending for the one where we just talked about that stuff coming through the door. So thanks everybody for watching that. Keep your eyes peeled to hear what I think about the new Made in Japan mix, whether I'm going to buy it, why I might buy it, why I might not buy it, why I wasn't going to buy it, why I might be going to buy it now, which one I might get, which one I might not get, why I might get it, and all that sort of stuff. And thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you over there at that one to talk about Made in Japan.